Hi, welcome. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across my YouTube channel, you are highly welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you who always tune back to watch my program. May God Almighty bless you. You are free to leave your comment constructively. Like you know, I present to you information across the globe, especially Nigeria to be precise. And today, I present to you another exciting video which we are going to watch together. Now let's watch this video together, then come to my comment section and tell me what you think about the video. You are free to criticize, but constructively, as we watch the video.
On the continent to support good public policy. Please put your minds to this problem. It's alive today. My second example has to do with a very specific one in my country. The cleanup of the fuel subsidy regime in 2012 during my second stint as finance minister. Nigeria has a fiscally challenging fuel subsidy regime. The country exports crude oil and imports most of its refined needs because its refineries are in very bad shape, and provides a subsidy for the sales of refined oil at the pump. At the end of 2011, a total of 1.73 trillion naira, US $11 billion equivalent, was submitted as claims for subsidies by 143 marketers who were importing the product. These numbers seemed horrendously large compared to what I had last seen when I was in government in 2006, which was closer to $2 billion in subsidy. So we decided to audit these claims. We audited about $8.4 billion worth of claims, and we found $2.5 billion worth of fraud in these claims, i.e., many of these marketers were trying to claim $2.5 billion fraudulently. With the full backing of the president and the economic team, we decided that we were not going to entertain these claims or to pay. The pressure from the affected marketers was tremendous, as we tried not only to say we would not pay, but also we would clean up the whole mechanism for the subsidy claims and put in place something more transparent, something clearer. This did not go down well with them. When we stuck to our position of non-payment and implementation of the new verification regime, these strong and well-connected vested interests were angered and seemed to blame me personally for this. There were personal consequences. My 83-year-old mother, a retired professor of sociology, was kidnapped by 4 young men and held for 5 days. Keeping her wits about her as she was totally terrified, she asked them why she had been kidnapped. And they told her, quote, because your daughter, the finance minister, refused to pay oil marketers their dues. The kidnappers, negotiating with my brother, demanded my resignation publicly. I should go on television publicly and announce my resignation and depart from the country as a condition for my mother's release. Needless to say, these were some of the worst days of my life. Imagine, when you are in position, you want your parents, all of whom are here with you today, and your relatives, to be proud of you. You want to be a source of good for your family. You can imagine how I felt sitting there and thinking, just because of trying to do something right, to implement a good bit of policy that was good for the country, this could lead to the taking of my mother's life. These were some of the worst days of my life. With my father's support, the firm resolve of the president, we all decided I should not give in to the blackmailers, and I refused to resign. Following a manhunt, I'm sorry, I still feel emotional when I talk about it. and this story is not really publicly known, so this is probably the first time I'm giving the full details. Following a manhunt for my mother by police and security agencies, she was able to make a dramatic escape after 5 days in captivity, where she had only been given water and half of a sausage roll. So here was a well-justified cleanup and reform of a policy, but implemented in a dangerous reform environment where the losers in the reform, well-entrenched vested interests, decided to fight back to derail implementation. The decision not to resign was a very difficult and risky one. As it turned out, it worked. But there are days I ask myself, on my down days, what if it hadn't? What if they had gone ahead and murdered my mother, as she overheard them planning to do, with one of their handlers on the phone? Could I have justified trading off firmness on policy and standing up to blackmailers, implementing a good piece of public policy for my mother's life? What decision would you have made? Faculty, what decision would you have made? I know that one other brave hero, a woman I admire so much, brave activist and reformer, Aung San Suu Kyi, was faced with an equally terrible decision. Leave Myanmar to be with her dying husband in England. I'm sure you all know the story. And
A1 Nibo, for Zubuna Mamara, woman chancha. We may find out when I'm when reading me when Demia. It's in you, everybody in my family has seen Bikon. I like laugh. Even get you not a laugh for yours. I like laugh. And Malupana Kitazi, wine and Ngozi later. If I brought my wine and 19, in 19, you will get change your faggy. You go from 19, you continue taking number. You know, at 29, you go school, you will go license, you will go passport, you will go certificate, knocked up in bar. And waiting time in our national municipal office change after. And in because lately I'm just no go pre-colonial Igbo history. Apart from our fan, we might find you one in Ngozi, no Sizi Beddi. Pre-colonial Igbo. Take my great grandmother na kwagimaka. Ebulozu ebuna bennia eba no moya kage migi. So the idea in Igbo culture but na why je no di no dika borrowing oboro ndibedi okabo. Yes, which is why ne ono na umuada na befa why one which imago imu na abuse ku amaka na ije umuada na enye nsogbu na dika anu bata nwanyi ozo ndi obodo anwo ebe anu batali ade na enye nsogbu because I befa more power. So the imago I putazi I need mix up all these Christian ideas still no Igbo maga wela fan na bamba sim na made follow Igbo culture na mambro na nge na si Igbo culture kwa I try follow Igbo culture anya mwe kwa fan na na skate ya iko ifilo kunde kwa guys abdaline Etisito my mother bonyo na kwado mwe ofuma from the time ndi mo bele kwado chagi ana ejuka tinkiri bona so kanina eto amam na idi mmadi mkpa Mona kita mago na mwe platform. Such a see can try good couple so the source of Nigerian designers can gani. And we access to designers ebe obuna mana talent di na Nigeria. And actually go sina if anyu one way di mma. If anyu one way di weki ino no ebe international designer no jide kwa nkefa. The other thing because maybe amaro kwa mfao. Or they come by na shop ngula monfu something na ngwa somebody order alumia. So many of them amaro no mo na order. So papuzianya. And so bro couldn't many of them we could do access igwa before when I water. Because achuram bembidolia achuram called Maga chọrọ ka ọ bụ no celebrity exclusive. Achọrọ ka ọ dị ka ife mmadụ nwere ike any other person fu ya nwere ike jekwa na shop gote ya. Mago. So people know na asụsụ dịkwa very far connected. Yes. Because inye value to asụsụ gị, then ị ga-enye value to omenala gị. Ano mo di mo fe mago dịka mgbe m na-eto kịta nwe nwa m dị 2. Achọrọ m ka ọ malụ mmọnwụ. Achọrọ m ka ọ malụ ikpo ọga. Achọrọ m maka na ọ dị m ka ụdị ụmụ ife ndị a si o si build character mmadụ. Mago imalụ na onwe ebe isi. Because imalụ na onwe ebe isi onwe ebe na enwere ike ije. So ndị Igbo anyị need ijekọnata aka n'ụda anyị because ife na-emebisi ike ife na-emebisi ike na Igbo. Well, ndị Igbo adịghị agụ Igbo maka na ndị Igbo echere na onwe ebe eji Igbo eje ịghọta. So na-ekwu na English si na anyị dị enye Igbo value. Mgbe nọ secondary school emelu m Igbo senior secondary school makwa ya A1 ka nkwukwa. Mana I remember na ndị mmadụ achọrọ ime Igbo adịrọ cool. Imago ilu na mgbe nwere ike drop Igbo Igbo. So na mụnwa choose ime Igbo. Ndị mmadụ na-asị ma why ị na-eme Igbo. So I didn't know all the main reason. The second thing bụ na anyị ndị Igbo enwero ndị Igbo ada asụ Igbo. Ọsọsọ ndị Igbo na Nigeria bụ ndị ife onye Igbo na-amarọ isuala Igbo ọza gị n'Igbo. Anyị adakụziri ụmụ anyị Igbo. Ije na be ndị Igbo di na nwunye nwoke na-asụ Igbo fachozi Igbo ụmụfe okwu fasụ anya na oyibo. So ọ dịkwa serious. Odi ma mụnwa usually ana mada I wonder if I ga-eme ka iwe change ife. And all the simple. I decide that kita na gana asụrụ ụmụ anyị Igbo. I decide that na especially na Southeast na Igbo ga-adị compulsory until I go to secondary school. And also I decide that na Igbo bụ ife dị cool. Ọ bụrụ ife kwesịrị na ọ bụrụ ife ifele. Ife dị iji ga-adị. Achọrọ m ide otu dịka mmeche maka ya. Mana nchecha maka ya nsị ndị n'Igbo kedu onye ga-agụ. Kedu onye ga-agụ ndị Igbo amara agụ Igbo. Ndị Igbo amara ede Igbo. So ndị godu n'Igbo. Anyway, ka ndị ukwu na Chimamanda because never say never. Mana ndị godu n'Igbo ndị Igbo ga-agụ ya ga-akali na translate ya into Igbo. Yes.
My wonderful people, thank you so much for watching this video together with me. I appreciate your massive support in this channel. Like I said before, if it is your first time of stopping by or coming across my YouTube channel, you are welcome. Now that we have finished watching this video together, you saw me sitting there watching it together with you. I appreciate you. Let's go to the comment section to talk about it. If it is your first time, subscribe, put on your notification bell. That notification bell is very, very important because it will enable you to know when I upload a new video. I will meet you guys again in my next video. I appreciate your massive support. Remain blessed. Bye-bye.